What's up, Detailers Daily? This podcast is brought to you by our mates at Autofiber Australia, so providing the world's finest microfiber right here in Australia. As a professional detailer, it's so important not only to use real high quality products, but also real fine quality towels as well. I never thought too much into the microfiber, but once I started using and to test out the Autofiber range, I really noticed the difference in efficiency and I'm getting better results, and the towels last way longer. The Scrub Ninjas, coating applicators, drying towels are just some of the products I use, and they're well worth the money. So make an order today and use the code 15DDUP and get 15% off, and they'll even throw in a free product. So head over to autofiber.com.au or check them out on Instagram, Autofiber Australia. Thanks.
Welcome to the Detailing Down Under podcast, the place for everything auto detailing in Australia right now. Here's your host, Dale Guthrie.
G'day and welcome to the Detailing Down Under podcast. I'm your host, Dale Guthrie. So, it hasn't been a fortnight. It's only been a week. So I thought I'd just throw in this little bonus app just from what went on last week in Sydney for the Detail Wise Academy detail training. So just a little quick recap. I have a few little interviews I conducted on day 3. So I'll throw that in shortly. But yeah, just a quick recap from myself. It was a pretty awesome few days. It was good to see and meet a few others from the industry that I haven't already met, and some we already have that have touched base on this pod. So probably massive shout out to the guys, Anthony and Joe from Steve's Auto Group. They put on a fantastic show, and I think you hear the guys how they speak, and they definitely get it all from their dad, and they're very welcoming family. So a huge shout out to them boys. They put in a huge effort, and also Dom, their other brother, he put in a massive effort in the background, which you probably don't hear too much about. But so for me, it all started on the Sunday. I flew up to Sydney and got there a little bit late, but is what it is with airlines these days. So yeah, and then first thing Monday morning we're into it. It was day one of it was their business training day. So we had Eric and Jason conduct that, and they conducted the whole 3 days. But so that was really good. There was a few of us in the room, and so that was really good. So yeah, very interesting to see the sides and the figure side of Chicago Auto Pros, which they were kind enough to show us, and how they got to where they are today, and what goes on in the background, and profits and earnings and all this sort of stuff. So that was very interesting in a few different ways, marketing, and yeah, so won't go into it too much, but yeah, it was very, very eye-opening, I think. So then that night we all went out for dinner, which was really good. We even had Phil from G-Technic Australia, so he popped in and carried along for dinner as well, so that was really good of him. And he was there again the next day for a little bit. So busy man, Phil. So hopefully we hear from him shortly on the pod. I might catch up with him. So he's a very good guy for the industry, I think, and a lot of industry insights and on his day-to-day life as well. So with the G-Technic Australia brand, so which was really good. Then on Tuesday, so it was our detail and efficiency training. So that was really good. We had the test car that the boys from Steve's Auto Group found for us to train on. It was I think even Jason and Eric, they just shook their heads and think this is too far gone. And it was a 2013 BA Falcon. It was absolutely, yeah, I think old mate doesn't even wash it. I don't think he even bothered the interior. I think it was just a work bus he took to and from work in the city, and that was about it. It was pretty bad, but I think he was blown away from when he received it. At the end of the day, he couldn't believe what went on. So yeah, we learned a fair bit on just different techniques and products and stuff to use, which was pretty good. And they taught us a fair bit about the not that I own one, but the shampoo extracting system. So I know a lot of yous out there use them, and they don't even use them at all, which was quite interesting. And I think I'm on board with that now too, because I don't use one. But there's other ways around it, how to clean fabric and stuff without spraying too much water into foam and into fabric on seats. But I won't go into that too much. But it was just another different way of cleaning without using an extractor, and use your vacuum and other tools and techniques. So that was really good. So that was day 2. We all obviously went out again for dinner. That was really good. I think we made the boys right at home. Go to an Outback Steakhouse, so I think they felt right at home. So yeah, and then day 3. So that was all around the paint correction and coating side of things. So we went into that with the wet sanding and stuff as well. So we dived into that a fair bit. At the time, we had a C63 Merc to play with. I think it was a 2010 model, so slightly beat up thing, wide body edition, so they called it, and that was just white, very hard paint. Had quite a few areas had been painted and touched up, so we went to town with that, with correcting and measuring and bits and pieces like that. So that was really good. And then we end up coating what we could at the time, with the time available, with all the G-Technic products, from wheels and paint and glass, and used a lot of different ones. So it was good to use something else. Can't say I've used G-Technic, but yeah, a few others had. What one surprising product was the Burke cutting compound and their range of polishes as well. That were very impressive on a microfiber pad, which I hadn't used. I didn't know we had them in Australia, but we do. And I was quite surprised how good they actually work. So very, watch your space on that one. Other than that, yeah, we all then finished off the day, and I'll jump into a bit of a sound clip. So it was pretty. I'll let it play out, but you'll hear what goes on. So it was very good. Yeah, it was it was a very good time. So I'll jump into that, and then we'll go from there. Take a listen. All right, we've got Joe and Anthony, the boys, who's hosted the last 3 days, or the 2 days event. So from Steve's Auto Group. So thanks, guys, for hosting the event. It's been pretty awesome. I think we've all managed to have a pretty good time here, and I think your shop is fairly outstanding. You've got to be fairly happy about that.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Dale. It's been great having everyone here, the boys from Chicago and like yourself. It's been great. Everyone's had a good time, learnt a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's even the other night going out for dinner and then a few beers after yesterday. So I think we'll probably have a few more after this. So, but you boys are about to head off to Japan right now, so you got to bail a little bit early.
Yeah, so going to Japan for the Modesta PlusCon conference, which is very excited for. Unfortunately, we would love to stay back with you boys, that's definitely. But the last 3 days have been a blast. Just getting to see the boys from Chicago, even the group that we had here, while it's been a little bit smaller than what we had expected, it's been absolutely great in terms of everyone learning different things and just getting to meet everyone and getting the detailing industry a bit closer in terms of people knowing each other. So, yeah.
No, I think everyone's pretty stoked about what's going on, and it's definitely brought everyone together. And we've all chatted before on the pod. Now we've met a few others here face to face, and I think having the boys from Chicago here is just taking it to the next level. And I think everyone might have missed out.
Yeah, I think having the boys from Chicago is definitely, you learn a lot, because you see a company or a business that's started off as 1 or 2 men and now have got 60 employees under them. I mean, that says a lot already in itself, and it just didn't happen just from just stay in your own bubble. You have to expand, you have to get out there and meet new people, learn new ways, because sometimes our own way that we think, and we might have that ego about us to think it's going to be the right way and it's the only way, it actually isn't. And so to get that get that opinion from other different detailers, especially in this course. It's been great to spread that and learn. Even I'm learning, so that's great.
Yeah, I think we're all still learning, which is pretty awesome. But we're out, the beers are out, so we'll let you boys head off to Japan and enjoy your time over there. And I think you'll have a blast and enjoy.
Thank you very much, Dale. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming.
Yeah, and thank you for coming. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, hopefully we can do it all again soon. So thanks for your help, guys, and done well.
Thanks, Dale. Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Rightio, we've got Sonny here. So Sonny's been our entertaining guest for the last few days. He's one of the boys that's jumped on and had a crack, and you haven't done a lot of detailing. So how have you gone the last few days?
Great, I guess. First day, I crammed so much information in and really had a new view on how to run a detailing business. Always wanted to open one, and I'll finally pull the plug this year, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been good having you here, and not everyone's professional or got a shop, so I think you've learned a lot, and I think you've done well, and you've kept us very entertained with some of your comments. And we all checked out your Tesla the other day, and it was good. All right, we've got Mr. Autofiber Australia here, so welcome, Joe, back to the pod.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
How have you gone the last few days? You learnt much and had a good time?
Yeah, it's been really, really good. I've done the DetailWise online academy for a year or so, so there was a bit of stuff I already knew, but always learning something new from these guys has been really, really good, and great to meet other detailers who have a business. Has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's another great networking few days, I think. So I think we've all come out of it, known a little bit more. So yeah, other than that, any other thoughts? Hopefully they come back next year.
Yeah, I really hope so. The value they bring is really, really amazing. They got the skills, they've obviously got the experience and the business to show that, they know what they're talking about. And I can just see a lot of other businesses, whether they're bigger or smaller, or even just, a startup, a one-man band, would get so much value for money out of this. It's just got to take the leap of faith, I guess, and go and do it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think people that were on the fence, definitely next time, I think it's something to go towards, and you can't put a price on training, I don't think, and especially in this industry. So, all right, thanks for your time, and I think we're going to have a beer.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
We've got Alex here for High Life
Films and
Coatings, all the way from Brisbane. So few guys in the industry already know about this guy. We're yet to have him on the pod. He's working on a lot of stuff in the background for our industry in Australia. So I think he's been a good addition to the team in the last few days. So how have you gone?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it, Dale. Yeah, it's been awesome, man. Great to meet you finally.
Yeah.
And loiter in lobbies with you and drink beers and all that sort of stuff. It's been fun. Yeah, absolutely, man.
I think that's all part of it. That's just the bonus bits that I think we're the last two every night. But we haven't played up, that's for sure. But we've it's been good.
South Australian thing or an ex-South Australian thing. You're always a stayer once you're born there, right?
We are. So what are your thoughts? Do you reckon everyone's missed out? Because we have talked a fair bit on the pod about it.
So I think it's kind of an incremental thing. Some of these things that don't seem like much, particularly if you've got a team, they would add up really quickly. Even day one, that multiplier concept when you're busy, to reflect on your prices without giving everything away. They could pay for this whole week in no time. It's things like that. Then the efficiency side of things, just random little bits and pieces will add up. So I think it's one of those things that it's incremental. Yeah, I'm not sure if there are any big blockbuster moments, but it's all very valuable in increments. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the business day for me was quite an eye-opening one for someone looking going forward full-time. I think working the numbers and all that sort of stuff, I think that sort of paid, and we get to see things that companies like theirs, Chicago Auto Pros, actually share it in their course. So
that was huge. Yeah, being transparent with the numbers was amazing to see. What they've been through in numbers, to see that graph of how long it took them to get where they did. That's hardcore, and then see their revenue streams as well was really interesting. So, Yeah, it was good. My brain's just, obviously full after 3 days. Of where do you start with it all? And it'll take a little bit of time to sink in. But yeah, it's really, really interesting and ultimately really inspiring. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was definitely cool. So, well, thanks for your time. Thanks for coming down from Brizzy and
Thanks for having me.
Yep, it's been good. I think we've all learned a lot, so it's been really good. So hopefully, same time next year. Who knows? But we'll can't wait.
Brilliant. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Cheers. Rightio, I have the man himself. So we're back. They've been on the pod, and they're on the pod again. So welcome to Australia, Jace.
Thank you very much, Dale.
So how have you gone the last few days? So it's been full on with you dealing with jet lag and running the course, and I think everyone's pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, the jet lag, I mean, it was like around noon that I feel the jet lag, and it goes away within about an hour, but it's been an amazing 3 days out here, getting to experience Australia and just teaching people. So I love teaching people and just sharing what we've done with our business with others, and hopefully everybody is taken away and they'll implement to that business. And I can't wait to hear kind of all the success stories of things happening with the people we've been working with the last 3 days.
Yeah. No, I think we've all taken bits and pieces away that we didn't think about at the time, and then even some of us are not fully 100% full time, and I think we can take a lot more on board from that. So what's on now for the rest of the time in Australia? You chilling out?
We got an Airbnb and we're going to relax, but for me, relaxing doesn't last very long because I don't like sitting there, so I'll probably end up working a little bit, answering emails and stuff, but taking the family up north a little bit, about an hour and a half, and just relax on the beach and just enjoy this beautiful country.
Yeah, it's been good. So any chance of coming back next year or maybe the year after and looking into further, more training over here?
If we can get enough people that want us to come back, absolutely. I'd love to do more training. Maybe it's a PPF training, maybe it's a window tint training. So yeah, we're up for it. So we'll definitely plan it again and hopefully get some people out here to enjoy it with us.
Yeah, I think over the last few days and when this drops, I think they'll probably be spewing that they didn't actually come in the end. So
Yeah.
But yeah, well, about PPF at the moment with your new brand just dropped, so that's your own line, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, optical, which we're very excited about. We've been working the last year and a half, 2 years testing the film. Finally just released it, and very excited to bring it to the world, and we'll send you a roll. Make sure you can test it out and tell us what you think.
Absolutely. So yeah, guys, watch this space on that if you haven't already seen it drop on their website. Yeah, big things coming from Chicago. So cheers, Jace. Thanks for coming out.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
All right, to finish up the day 3, we've got Eric from Chicago Auto Pros. So how have you gone the last few days, mate?
Last few days have been awesome, man. Australia's killer.
You've been very entertaining with us all week or the last few days. So I think the way you explain things, yeah, it might seem funny, but you're actually serious and actually tell it like it is and no bullshit.
Yeah, so not to let's say it sound like we're bragging, but not to brag, but we've been doing this a long time. So between Jason and myself, coming up about 45 years of experience in the industry, and we're obviously proud to come from the USA and take everything that we learned and bring it to all these other countries. We had a phenomenal time.
Yeah, I think we can all relate to that and vouch that it's been an awesome 3 days. And like the other guys have been saying, I think everyone who didn't come or who thought they were going to come have actually missed out big time.
Missed out big time, but I will say we don't have a date yet, but this won't be the last one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we'll let you go, and thanks for your time, and thanks for back on the pod, and welcome to Australia.
All right, thanks for everything you do with the pod, my man.
Cheers. Thanks, guys. So there you have it. That's our it was only a short and sweet sort of few recording clips I played there. So yeah, I didn't get too excited with the mic every day, so it was just pretty much at the end of the train, and I sort of like to get people's views on what went down. And yeah, there was a bit happening at the time, so sorry about all the background noise. But yeah, that was it. And then back for me, Thursday morning, I headed down to Melbourne, and if you've been following, yeah, I caught up with a few other detailers down there that had been on the pod before, and it was good to go down and see them face to face and check out their shops in real life. So that was really good. So yeah, the couple that I did see, thanks guys. Michael from Artium and the boys from Mirror Finish Detailing. So that was really good. And then I ventured off to further down the road. So dropped into Detail Central. So listen out next week. That pod drops, and have the owner of Detail Central on, Dan. So yeah, it was really good catching up with him. So you'll hear all about that, what went down, and that was really good. Seeing a lot of ins and outs, what goes on down there, and absolute top bloke. So all right, just a quick one this week, bonus ep. So nothing too exciting, but I thought I'd just throw something together for you to let you in if you haven't been following along what went down, and probably watch this space. I do. There was a lot of filming going on, so no doubt the boys from Chicago Auto Pros will probably drop something some stage. I'm not sure when, but yeah, they were definitely gathering a lot of content. So cool bunch of guys, and it was good to meet them in person finally. And also probably like to thank Autofiber Australia. So they were Joe was there. It was good to meet him and have a lot of good conversations. And obviously G-Technic Australia for sponsoring as well, and Enzo Australia as well. So that was awesome to have all them product companies on board for the training. So yeah, the boys reckon there is talk of next year. So we'll see what happens about that one. So but like they say, I think more the better. And I think from the pod the other day with Todd Cooperrider, you just can't put a price on training, and I think there's not a huge amount of it here. And I think if the boys put in the effort, or anyone alone puts in the effort to come to Australia, I think we need to support it, and support everyone else in the industry, so, and each other. So all right, we'll wrap it up. But yeah, once again, huge shout out to everyone at Steve's Auto Group in Sydney. I think they've done an absolute wonderful job of hosting, and they do have an impressive shop, which I did make mention of because it is worth mentioning. They've put a lot of work into that, and they had a busy, massive schedule shooting off to Japan. So hope they're all having fun by the looks of it. And all right, we'll talk next week. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
That was another episode of the Detailing Down Under podcast. Subscribe now for everything auto detailing in Australia.